So it's like you said, it's a huge advantage.
Well, and you can be chasing it. I mean, if you don't hit it the first one, you're like, was it me? Was it not? Is it, you know, what?
Exactly.
And so it just gives a big advantage for her to come out later. And not a disappointment for the U.S.
No, silver medal, great showing. If I'm not mistaken, in the last several years, that's the first medal that they've had as a team, for especially silver. It's a great performance.
Yeah, I think they did win a medal in Colombia last year.
You're right.
But it wasn't the same group.
No.
They were too busy getting ready for Rio, so some of them weren't there. And
right.
But it was the same coach. I will give it up. Doug has been behind him, and
he's been doing a great job. But it's the women out there making the performance and doing the shooting. It's nice to have that calm, collected, soothing voice in there to just keep you focused and make sure that you can get the job done.
Yeah. Realigning the aiming or the scoring system.
It seems to be a relatively new and young French team.
With the veteran.
Right, Valadon, the veteran at 29 years old.
Yeah. And some new faces that.
Right. Here comes the number 3 ranked Japanese team.
Which at this point, close enough, 3rd to 5th.
Right.
Walking out on that finals venue, it pretty much is.
With Japan being the higher ranked team, we would expect them to be leading off the match, shooting first.
Yeah. Well, it's ranking in the world.
A world rank.
So, yeah, I'm not sure. The French could be ranked higher. Japan could be. I'm not sure, to be honest, which one got that. So, and usually when it's your choice, you want to go first. Just for the fact of.
Okay, France is leading off.
So, and just to put the pressure on, but not only that, if you get in a shoot-off, you get to shoot first. It'll be interesting with the new guys how they handle the finals venue.
Right. There's 2 ways that it's going to go. They're either going to not realize what's going on and stay focused and make great shots, as we're seeing here. We may be in for a very exciting match.
Yeah.
Strong shot. Looks like it's a 9 just off.
Yep, just by a hair.
Now John Charles. A little bit low.
Still
you could see it on his face and his corrective bow arm as the shot fired. It was a strong shot, just the sight picture wasn't where it needed to be to shoot a 10.
Well, in the communication, look at them talking to each other.
Right. I'm sure they're feeling really confident after that end.
Yeah.
9 tall.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess France definitely some confidence. And they're calling the one arrow from France a 10.
Right. But you're not seeing a lot of communication between the Japanese archers right now.
Which I think is so underrated.
I really think that that's something that separates a good team from a great team.
Yep, agree.
Now, if France can step up and shoot a 27, they'll guarantee themselves at least a push in the match. 28 or more, and they'll take the 2 set points. That was a weak shot. You could see when it was released that he just didn't quite have the shot that he had on the first arrow.
Yep, which leads to the 6. Now can his partners pick him up with a couple of 10s? And
he seems solid so far. 10.
Yep.
Great shot.
Yep.
And this is where having that experience of Jean-Charles closing the match could really pay off for France.
Yep.
Needing a 10 here to put the pressure back on Japan.
Yep.
Strong shot. 9, just a little bit right.
So really they need a 28 or better to even push the match.
Right.
Which even after a 6 makes it pretty dang good for France to come away with that.
Now France does have that questionable second arrow. It may be in fact be a 53.
Which there's 2 of the points.
There's 2 of them right there. Great.
Like I say, with the 1 arrow that's questionable, you don't know. So,
right, a 10 here could potentially give them the 2 points.
Yeah.
Seems focused and determined. Strong shot. 10. There it is.
Yeah. So now it's going to come down to the arrow call.
Great comeback from Japan there.
Yeah.
At the very least, pushing the match 1-1.
Or even winning it. All it goes down to that arrow call.
You see the judge taking a look. Looking at it from multiple angles, so the arrow must be closer than it appears.
Yeah. And when they're doing that, they're trying to reconstruct the line to kind of get the idea of where it's at. I mean, I'm sure, Braden, you've had some of those as much as I have.
Right. On a fresh target, it's not as bad, and especially after a few arrows, when lines can get distorted, it becomes a little bit more difficult. Awaiting the official score.
And sometimes when you have agents that are a little more experienced, they'll give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down to kind of let the team know where they're at. So
exactly,
that
but we didn't see it.
No, I didn't see any notions. Well, there was a wave to him, but
right.
But that's confirmed to split. So that arrow was a 10. So the 6 doesn't end up being as big a killer as it could have been.
Right, but still, it took that 2-point win and made it a 1-point push. But most importantly, we saw that Japan didn't come to play. They were serious, and they were able to buckle down when they needed to and shoot those 2 clutch 10s to push the match.
Yeah, and it makes it an interesting deal to have them, you know, starting to put a little more push because of Tokyo.
And France has changed up their lineup, putting the initial leadoff shooter in the middle, perhaps to soothe his nerves and make him feel a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
But an 8 to lead off won't do the trick.
No.
Strong shot, right 7.
And that could be overcompensation from the 6 left last time.
Right. I'm sure he initially cranked that sight.
Oh, yeah.
Jean-Charles needs a 10 here
to give them the chance at it.
There he
does. That's where a veteran comes in that's handy. That's a good shot. He can take a lot of pressure off and kind of balance things out.
Right. Absolutely. And we'll see here if Japan is more relaxed or if they're going to keep their foot on the accelerator. And I think that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
The best shot of the match there for Furukawa.
Yeah. And it gives him a good start, kind of takes that pressure off a little bit.
Right. Another 10 here will definitely put a stranglehold on the set. A 9 just out tall. Great, great shot. Great shot. 3 points up.
Yep. And that's a tough, I mean, there hasn't been them kind of swings yet other than the 6 that have given them a chance for that. So it definitely gives them confidence to kind of go into the last 3 arrows. And France knows that they've got to do something here to.
Absolutely. 3 9s just won't cut it.
Starts.
Still a strong shot.
Back to the whole part of it's got to be perfect. I mean,
right. Even though the set may not be France's, they can definitely use these 3 arrows to learn the wind a little bit more and just become a little bit more comfortable up there.
Yep.
Even though 2 arrows may not seem like a lot, Chiral just had the opportunity to double his experience up on the final stage.
Yep. Yeah. Definitely. John Charles with an 8. So gives him 52. That's 6 points. That's a lot for Japan to work with.
He seemed really confident on that shot.
Yeah.
You saw the nod after it fired. Perhaps just a little bit variation in finger pressure, like you mentioned, would cause that arrow to go low. The pressure's off Japan here. 3 9s, easy, win the match, win the set. Another X. Beautiful shot for Furukawa.
Nice group, 2 X's.
He's feeling confident, feeling it, giving the team fist bumps. That extra confidence there can really help the middle shooter, the young shooter.
Yep. And they feed off it a lot.
Exactly. Ooh, 7 low. May have just gotten a little too excited on that arrow.
But to only need an 8 to win
an 8
the
or
set.
better to win. It's,
yeah.
It's an all but done conclusion here.
Unless Mother Nature decides to step in, but it looks like she's laying down.
The stabilizer chip was moving quite a bit, but doesn't matter.
Yeah.
X. Beautiful shooting from Japan.
Yeah. And they've been clutch. When it's time to come through, they've come through with the...
Right, the momentum, you could really see it swing the first set when Japan finished up with that 29.
Yep. And it'll be interesting to see over the next few years how much...
As you notice, the veteran checking his knocks, checking his veins to make sure that a mishap doesn't happen to them as it did earlier in the match, and instructing the other archers to do the same.
Yep. Because a little bit, even a vein coming off, can put it in the water, it can do all kinds of crazy things.
Especially at 70 meters. You just don't know where the arrow's going to land.
And for what little time that takes, it's just worth every minute of making sure everything's right and for simple things.
Right, right. The biggest thing you can do to relax on this stage is just take care of the controllable things that you can do.
Yeah.
I love the slow motion shots.
Yeah, like I say, it blows my mind how anything returns back to the same spot to get it done. By far, just some of the coolest things. But France has got their work cut out for them now. I mean, to come back and...
And they're back to the original shooting order, with Chiral leading off. 9, just out the top. Strong shot.
La décision souple et jusqu'au bout. On l'accompagne.
There's a 10 for France.
C'est ça.
Another 10 here will definitely put the pressure on. But they need it. They need to draw the match.
Bien engagé. Et active jusqu'au bout sur la ligne. Souple et on reste dessus. On l'accompagne. C'est bien, JC.
9, just high right. A 28's a very good score for...
Yeah, it's a good start.
For a lead off.
Yeah.
And if you notice, they're right on pace for time. 61 seconds remaining. See how Furukawa follows up those 2 X's. A 9 right.
A little longer hold. The wind seems to not be doing much of anything out there right now.
No, it seems dead. It's gonna allow for a shootout like we're seeing.
Yeah, and it's just getting warm.
Good shot. 8 right. I'm interested to see if maybe the wind was coming right to left earlier in the match or what's going on. – An 8 or 9 here would definitely open up the door for France.
Yeah.
Right again, 8.
There you go, yeah. And maybe the wind letting up, they were compensating for it a little bit on the side, and now you've gone out that right side.
That shot seemed more of the archer. If you notice on the back half, the hand drifted away from the face, a little bit soft. Definitely going to push the arrow right.
Yeah.
Let's see if France can take advantage. Another 28 will win the set.
They put him back in the first of the 3 arrows.
Youth and inexperience.
La décision. Souple et on l'accompagne du regard jusqu'au bout.
French coach talking the athlete through the shot. 9, that's great. That's what they need.
A 10 will give them a pretty good handhold on this set.
Right, a 10 will give them the push and push it to 4-2, which will force France to win the next set.
And that puts Japan having to shoot 3 10s. I mean,
right.
Not that they're not capable of it, but
9 for John Charles. Okay. So Japan's up next, needing a perfect 30 to win the set, win the match outright.
Which is no easy task.
Oh, especially in the wind that we're having today. 10.
Oh, nice start.
Okay, they're a third of the way there.
And an 8.
And that gives France the set points, back to 3-3.
But you can see them fist bumping. They're excited. They know they've got a chance back at it. And should make for an exciting last set for sure. I mean, there's going to be...
And another 10. Now that arrow may not mean anything for the set, but it's a huge confidence booster for Japan.
Yep, because they moved from that right side back to the middle.
Right, Kikuchi is back in the center.
And they're checking over their arrows again. They've got them back. And as much as they've been changing the order, I don't know how much that with the young guys that affects them or not. That's a
right. I would imagine that they've practiced every position so far, and then they're definitely confident in any setup.
Allez Thomas, tu fais plaisir, sûr de toi. Et on prend la main.
Let's see some cheers from Japan. And also cheers from France.
All right, the fourth and the final set is about to take place.
La décision. Et tu la guides, tu l'accompagnes.
A great view. I mean, there's some cool buildings around here.
Solide. C'est bien, Thomas.
Okay.
Super.
9's a great start for France.
Yep. And again, they've rotated the order again to something different.
Bien engagé, loin derrière, et ça reste souple sur le rail jusqu'au bout. Et le regard. C'est bien.
Another 9.
Super, Chichi. Allez, JC.
Now, if you notice, the wind looks really confusing right now. On the water, you can see it coming left to right, but the tree is moving right to left.
Et tu l'accompagnes jusqu'au bout, tu restes dessus sur le rail.
At that point, it's aim in the middle and hope for the best. And
the wind is pushing a little bit stronger at the targets.
Allez, ça joue, les gars.
Japan shooter at full draw, settled in, looking strong. Shot.
The
shot broke a little low left. If you noticed, a little bit of English on the bow arm there got that arrow right up into the center.
Throwing it up and in. And
good shot. Another X.
It was a good start. Puts definite pressure on France for the last
I think
3
that
rows.
last end made Japan a little angry, and you're seeing them taking it out on the target here.
Yep.
9 just out. Beautiful. Beautiful.
And you can
shooting.
see in the same way it broke a little on the right side, trying to move it over with his bow arm when he fired it.
France is going to need one heck of a round this time to put the pressure on Japan. And hopefully force a shoot off.
Yep.
Et la décision avec le regard jusqu'au bout. Ouais, super Thomas.
There's a 9 to
That
start.
won't do it. A 9.8. Great shot, but just not enough.
Allez Chichi. C'est souple et ça reste dans l'axe. Avec le regard jusqu'au bout. On appuie.
There it is, a 10.
Yep.
Ça Chichi.
Now France needs another 10 here from Jean-Charles.
Yeah, to even have a chance at it. It's
15.
I mean, even a 10 gives Japan 4 points to work with.
Right.
Today, they really have only had one end that they really had that kind of score.
Souple et tu l'accompagnes. Ouais,
There it is.
super.
There it is. Yep.
C'est ça, les
Giving
gars.
them a chance.
Right, a 26 would put us into a 3-arrow shoot-off.
Yeah.
Bah, ça dépend plus de nous.
27 or more, and Japan takes the gold. The bronze, sorry. There's a 9.
Calling it with an asterisk, but I think it caught by the looks of it.
It looked like a half shaft.
Yeah.
For sure. And
Which puts it at 2 points now. Well, I mean, 1 point.
10. That arrow was clutch.
Yep. So they've got 2 points to work with the last arrow.
And 8 ties, anything in the gold wins the match. Stabilizes bouncing around a fair bit. Broke a little left, 9.
Yep, which
Japan
is
wins.
irrelevant. Yep, Japan wins the match. Because even if that arrow's called a 9, they still will win by a couple. And they shot solid.
Yeah, Japan had one end that wasn't the best, but other than that, they definitely found the 10 ring.
Yeah. And that's good with the younger guys and the focus on Tokyo coming up in a few years.
Right.
It's good to see that their program's making a run because it's always fun to see the home countries at the Olympics do well.
And I'm excited to see France and Turkey in a few weeks.
Yeah.
This is a major step in the right direction for them, and then their younger shooters are getting experience. Definitely going to be a team to